Let's do it. Get the popcorn. For those who are unaware, I've recently had a video uploaded that was talking about BTCs getting banned. Bikers, for those who are unaware. He has the richest bank in Oldschool Runescape. He was banned by Jagex. I went through what we could at least find on Reddit because it kind of just came out of nowhere. So I just kind of went through it, talked about it. And since then, BTC's reached out to me and he told me that a lot of it was fabricated. A lot of it wasn't true, and there were certain people involved just trying to bring him down. So as a result, he asked me to at least bring the video down. I said, I'm happy to take the video down, but I want to hear your side of things. I want to hear what you have to say. I'm completely unbiased in this situation. I like bikers as a person. I don't think I haven't got anything against the man. I don't like DMing and real trading and all that shit, but you know, people do whatever they want in this game. There's nothing you can do about it. So I don't try to judge people by what they do in that aspect. So that aside, he, as a content creator, he absolutely deserves to have his voice heard. That is, I think, priority. I would not be doing my job properly if I was just writing him off because of content. So I want to hear what he has to say because that's even better content. And excuse the layout because I'm mid-subathon, so I'm trying to hopefully keep this as professional as I can while I'm mine stars in the background. Let me mute that because that's coming through pretty intensely. So, BTC has finally responded, and he's tweeted and said, I was wrongfully banned with a 1 trillion GP bank for doing giveaways. Jagex thinks is real trade. I've covered this in the new video and provided receipts proving my innocence. 5 on-stream giveaway winners either got real trade buying warnings or a temporary real trade buying ban. Video linked in bio. If you've ever won a giveaway in the over 50 bill I've given out since March, please check your accounts. That's important to remember. And again, this isn't an accusation towards BTCs, but you have to remember as well, I think it was about 2 years ago now that Jagex changed the way their rules work with real trading, and that is if someone, for example, and it's not necessarily linked to giveaways, but in general, if someone real trades and then you go raiding with that real trader, you might not know they've real traded, and they get a scythe from Tob and they split it with you, there is a chance that you could be pinged for real trading as well. Purely because that's a method people are going, that's the extent people are trying to go to with real trading to be able to bypass selling gold without getting detected. So Jagex pretty much outlawed it that you can't, it's not guaranteed you're going to get banned, but there is a risk. Which makes it uncomfortable for a lot of honest players and a lot of raiders, because then it's like, why the fuck should I be responsible for someone else breaking the rules? Why does it fall on me? Basically, if I know someone's real traded, I just don't play with them. I tell them fuck off. So, but yeah, it's. I don't know if it's good or bad to have such a blanket rule like that by Jagex, but yeah, let's look at some of the comments here. Actually, let's look at the video first before we look at the comments. It says link in bio, so I'm assuming that's on his page here. And that must be it, I'm assuming. All right, we got 20 minutes. All right, Jagex's corrupt anti-cheat team bans me with 1 trillion GP. All right, okay. All right, I'm going to try to keep it as formal as I can, but obviously I'm in the way here in the chat box, so if there's anything important going on behind me, I'll let you know. Currently, it's just a bunch of people trading all, mate. Wins 0, losses 1. I don't know what P&L means, so, all right, good luck. Let me know if it's too quiet, and I'll turn it up.
Bro, what the fuck? Like, that's what I mean, bro. These kids come and trade, like, they just look like they're gonna go sell the gold. All right, guys, I'll just give it to him. Yo, you guys think I'll get banned for trading this? Like, I'm not gonna lie, he came with a bow and a... I just wanted to make a video regarding my recent ban on Oldschool Runescape for over 1 trillion GP. I want to discuss how terrible this anti-cheat team is at their job and the constant corruption within the JMod team, as we've seen over.
If you feel like this is quiet, it's actually pretty quiet on my end too. So I will try to be as quiet as I can myself. Yeah, I've maxed out everything. I think the audio of the video is actually a little quiet itself. I will be honest with you. I've got everything fucking turned up. Oh wait, I can turn it up a little bit more on your end for you. Hold on. Crank it there. That might help you.
But before we get into it, I just want to...
And actually, let's have a look at that. So there was a tweet there.
I just wanted to make a video regarding my recent ban on Oldschool Runescape for over 1 trillion GP. I want to discuss how terrible this anti-cheat team is at their job and the constant corruption within the JMod team, as we've seen over the years.
Mod Trident, oh yeah, remember that. Starting today, I've been promoted to a senior anti-cheat specialist. Thanks for, yeah, remember that. Mod Trident's actually been messaging, or talking on my videos lately. He wasn't, fun fact, okay, little detour. But since I removed the video about the original video I made on this topic, Mod Trident did actually comment on it, on my post that I made about it, and he was offended that I basically took the moral high ground in this situation, and that it was hypocritical of me to give bikers the benefit of the doubt while not giving it to Mod Trident. And I had to explain to him that he was more than welcome to step forward, and I offered him the opportunity many times. So did even people like Asmongold to step forward and say his side of the story. I get you probably couldn't under like NDA with Jagex, but even Stella didn't do shit about it. She just kind of sat there and was like, oh my god, just stop coming to my chat and trolling me. So shut the fuck up. Like, you know, if you're not going like, you're welcome to step forward today, Trident. I'm happy to remain unbiased and give you a platform to say your piece. He doesn't want to reignite the situation. I may have just done it then, so that's up to you. The opportunity's there.
But before we get into it, I just want to know, where are you guys hiring these people that work at the HT team? Like, this is
the UK. That's your problem.
Like, they're brain dead. They're completely brain dead. But you guys will see what I mean by that. As you guys know now, on October 3rd, I was permanently banned for real-world trade while holding over 1 trillion OSRS GP. The most ever legitimately obtained gold in history, by the way.
Let me have a look at that shit. This is the largest bank ever revealed in Oldschool Runescape at just over 500 bill. He had double that at the time of the banning. It's worth nearly 125,000 US dollars. Middle school me would go nuts. Yeah, I'm trying to... Can I turn this fucking quality up? That's the best we got? Alright. Yeah, you got 37 Torva helmets, 50 Inquisitors helmets. Yeah, you got fucking 17 T-Bows, 2 Elijans.
Beginning with only 500 mil, the process took me
7
7 months of death matching and has been streamed since the very beginning. However, this is the second time my account has been banned for real-world trading, as the first one was in March, which was completely overturned. Given Jagex,
unfortunately, I don't think that means you're... I think no, it shouldn't matter. If it's overturned, then it shouldn't count as a strike, should it? For some reason, I feel like there's a history of Jagex that if something gets overturned or quashed, it still counts as a strike. I feel like I've seen that happen before. I could be wrong, so I'm actually not going to... I'm not going to commit to that statement just in case. I could be wrong on that, but I feel like I've seen that happen before where they've quashed something, overturned a banning, and still counted it as like a first strike, which meant the next one was permanent. Because normally they have like a 1-strike policy.
Anti-cheat team track record of corruption. It came to no surprise this was another false and targeted ban. I found out that they banned 3 accounts at the same time, making this a chain ban, which is something Jagex only does
GBG
for exceptional cases. And I have an exceptional bank. This includes Grey's account, who held the 1 trillion GP. As I used a viewer's account to play death matches to make GP from, I held most of my money on Grey's. Like, it was a safe account. And yes, account sharing is allowed at your own risk. The 2 remaining accounts that got banned in this were 2 viewers' accounts that I used to PvP with on stream, and they both got taken out as well. If you're wondering why I don't have my own account, my personal one was banned for rule breaking, which I mentioned on streams many times. I've admitted publicly on stream to real world trading back in the day before I started streaming on May of 2022. This was way back in the day. Everybody knows all RuneScape accounts are in a clean state. Like, you don't get banned for your previous history. That's a known thing.
So he's had a real trading ban in the past, and he doesn't. Sorry if this tab keeps popping up on the side. It's truffle. I'm trying it out. So he's had a real trading ban in the past, and he doesn't anymore. His accounts are clean, and you don't get banned for previous. I mean, if he's already been banned for it in the past, then that's fine. But we also know that if you've done something 2 years ago, you will get banned for it. Look at what happened to Odablock. This man real trades for sure. Right, we could sit here and say that bikers real trades all day long, and we can make incredibly accurate assumptions on the deathmatching community because there's like, it's like saying Venezuelans are fucking bots, right? Like, you just kind of tie it together. Not all death matches are real traders, but all real traders are death matches. But you still kind of want to have some evidence to go with the ban. So I'm not going to I'm not going to rule out what he says or what you say. We're going to hear what Bikers has to say still. But yeah, from what we're hearing here, he was banned back in the day for real trading, and he hasn't since in this account. So we got to take his word for it until we see what the rest of the video says.
If you don't
hear him
the
out,
RWT in the
absolutely.
past, it's completely you're not going to get banned on a new account because of it. So I was contacted shortly after my perm ban by Mod Aiza on Discord, who is Jagex's lead community manager for Oldschool Runescape, and was told this was thoroughly reviewed by our anti-cheating team to be correct and won't be overturned.
All right. Hey, Gregory, you've obviously seen the ban now. I wanted to reach out earlier to give you a heads up. I'm sorry for how you're feeling right now, but I just want to say that while I do not action bans myself, I need to confirm with you that this has been thoroughly reviewed by our anti-cheat team to be correct, and the ban won't be overturned. It was for significant amounts of illegal trade and is not related to just streaming at Biker's house. This has also meant you were indefinitely removed from the creator Discord due to the nature of the rules broken. Right. I know that Jagex can't always, but it would be good if they could share actual screenshots of things like this, because it would be so good. I mean, there's been times in the past, why wasn't there an uwu at the end of the statement? Yeah, it's Mod Aiza, it's out of character. This might not be the real Aiza. There was no Discord kitten begging. Mod Aiza's the boss though, I trust that man. Look, I would. There's been times where JMod's anti-cheat specialists have gone on Twitter and proven people who have tried to debate it, their bans. Like this, there was this small streamer, his name was like 7 or something, and he was like trying to argue that he didn't break any rules, I wasn't real trading, and then like one of the anti-cheat mods just straight up said, you traded this amount of gold at this time, at this location, in this bank, for this much. And the cunt just like shut up. It was like, oh. Like he tried to use his community to get him out of it. So I don't know if he was allowed to do that. It would be good if JMods kind of gave more information to the public. I don't know if they can or if they should, but I mean, as a viewer, I'm sure we'd all love to see it, because this is a pretty blanket statement. But I mean, at the same time, he's a JMod. Why would he lie at the same time? So it's yeah. I mean, it's just Aiza is basically just the middleman here. He's just delivering the message at the end of the day. But it's been thoroughly reviewed by our anti-cheat team to be correct, and the ban won't be overturned. So when you get a message like that, it's kind of game over.
That the evidence is irrefutable, and there isn't any opportunity for this to be overturned as a result.
I was asked to action the ban on the Discord server. It's why I added you, so you still had somewhere to reach out. But the evidence is irrefutable from what I understand. There isn't any opportunity to this to be overturned as a result. I know it's not the news you wanted to hear, but yeah, whatever. He was asked to action the ban on the Discord, yeah, so yeah. Shit.
Default responses. For my first RWT ban, it was entirely resolved behind the scenes. I requested any evidence of RWT, and they showed it to me, which I immediately disproved. Okay. And the ban was promptly overturned. You can see this in my offense history, but for this ban, they're refusing to show me anything, while simultaneously
I would like to see evidence.
Saying the evidence is irrefutable. While I ended up finding my own evidence, as it is extremely blatant, I attempted to solve this all privately, but I'm forced to go public now because they're just giving me vague replies, and
Let's go public.
Very obvious corruption. I'm going to provide all the relevant conversations, screenshots, VODs, and pictures proving this is a false ban. So these conversations with Jagex are just absolutely astonishing. I still can't believe the reasons that they gave me for this ban are real. And yes, these are real conversations. We'll go through the important parts now, and we'll go through the full thing after, as these are, and also some findings from us after that. Also, before we continue on, please stop believing everything you see. Rumors of this ban being revolved around bug abuse and certain posts on the black market OSRS sites are false, and they've been taken down after being proven fraudulent, taken care of privately because it was an attempt at slander. There's also no bug in the game allowing for a guaranteed PID. That does not exist. Mod Ash himself has confirmed this publicly. Please stop.
It's possible to force, guarantee, know ahead of time or otherwise control whose PID it is in a fight. I understand PID is uncontrollable in RNG, that hitting somebody first in a fight guarantees nothing except that you hit them first regardless of who has PID. It's random, alright, the players are not able to choose it, though there are some established mechanics regarding when it re-randomizes. Yeah, I mean, I still don't entirely understand the whole like first hit PID situation. I think it feels like it's just you're constantly resetting the start of the fight until you do have PID, then you run with it, which is I don't know. I don't want to quote on whether it's bug abuse or not. If people aren't getting banned for that specifically, then it's not against the rules, right? Until someone gets banned, Jagex has got to be aware of it by now, at least. I don't believe everything I see, even his overturned allegations could have been falsified. Well, yeah, we haven't seen them yet. So showing proof may not be that simple for Jagex. It could expose some methods they use to detect real trade. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Yep. If it doesn't give you an advantage, why do it? That doesn't mean that it's against the rules, though, if it gives you an advantage, right? Not everything that gives you an advantage means that it's breaking the rules.
Being brainwashed by these.
It does give you an advantage.
Some of the people who have tried to say that.
Whether it's against the rules or it is actually bug abuse is a different story. Now, people can argue that Bikers was scamming people because he was using this unknown method effectively against people and not sharing the information, and people felt like they were being scammed for that, deceived. You could 100% argue that, especially if you're in, if you were to go and stake against Bikers or someone who was using this method and you weren't fully aware of it and it wasn't really that public and they've been doing it for a long time, then they're like, oh yeah, no, I'm just like, guaranteeing first hit. You could probably feel scammed, and you could argue that might be scamming your audience, especially if you're kind of just using it constantly against people that view you. You could argue that, sure. But again, I haven't been dabbling in that field. I haven't been watching it happen, so I don't know. I can't really just claim that, yeah, he was straight up scamming. But you can make an argument for it. I would say so, for sure.
Hey, it's not a thing.
But he's banned for real trade, not bug abuse.
Guaranteed. So there's no way of telling whose PID it is. There is no bug abuse. Do your research. It does not exist. Okay? Anyways. So let's start with this. They claim it was someone else on Gray's account and used it to, and I quote, trade hundreds of millions of GP through it, which was then sold shortly after.
This is all the information I'm able to share with you regarding the matter. It was very clear on our end that someone was accessing your account and using it to trade hundreds of millions of GP through it. Not necessarily someone else, like Biker said, but someone, which was then sold shortly afterwards. Ultimately, you are responsible for your account and what happens on it. If another player accesses your account and breaks the rules of RuneScape, we will take action against the account. That's absolutely on brand, and that's been happening for years. If someone hacks you, starts botting, your account's banned for botting. It doesn't matter whether it was you or someone else. Jagex has been consistent with that for, as far as I know, since the beginning of time. That's pretty on par. So if that did happen, whether it was, someone that had permission to use the account or not, that sounds like it's pretty on brand with the ban.
Please take that in. Hundreds of millions. There was 1 trillion on that account. Not only that, but the other person sold the GP and I got banned for it. Basically saying the person who, whoever was on the other side of that winning the gold, because it was a giveaway, sold the GP. If a giveaway winner decides to sell a GP won from a streamer, why is that the streamer's fault?
Yeah, well, that's kind of related to how they changed the rules a while back, right? If you did a giveaway and that person goes and sells the GP, I think we could pull it up if we want to spend the time and look for it. But I'm pretty sure they changed the way the rules work a while ago. That kind of is on brand. If you were to do a giveaway, for example, and then someone goes and sells that gold, I think there's a chance you can be banned for it. It's fucked, but it's just a very blanket rule that they've kind of just put in the game. I don't know where I'm going to find this reading through this whole thing, but like what I said earlier at the start of the video, like people would go and use splits as a form of real trade just to avoid getting banned for real trading. I don't know where the fuck I'm going to find it in here, though. Have they got any changes? References? Examples? Trading between two accounts was considered real trade because Jagex treats them as two separate games. Oh, between RuneScape and Classic, sure. Selling forum signatures is against the rules. Some players have been known to sell codes for RuneFest, items for cheap. Okay. Jagex has said that returning a real-life gift with an in-game gift or vice versa is technically real trade. although this would normally be unpunished provided that it's done in the spirit of friendship. By membership of another player in exchange for RuneScape items is not allowed. Okay. Unless it's bonds. That's technically possible through bonds, yep, okay. I don't know where I would go to find this. This is on the RuneScape wiki, so I don't know if that's the #1 place to go, but that's definitely something I want to go and look into and would like to talk about, if not in this video, in a future one for sure. I definitely remember it happening. I would like to try and back that claim up for sure. Real trading means buying or selling in the real world for money, for real money, things that relate to Jagex accounts. This includes in-game items, in-game gold, GP, and account names. In addition, paying someone to play your account for you is covered by this rule. Everything in Runescape and Oldschool Runescape, including the account that you use to play the game, are owned by Jagex. Players are given permission to use these accounts by Jagex. However, Jagex does not give permission to anybody to sell or buy things that relate to Jagex accounts. People who sell items or gold GP often obtain them by cheating or macroing, often known as botting, hijacking, also known as hacking other players' accounts and taking their items. If you buy things from real traders, you are also encouraging cheating and account hijacking. People that sell game items and account names for real money are breaking the law. You can't be sure that they will keep your information safe or even provide you with things that you've tried to buy. If you buy things from real traders, you are also encouraging cheating and account hijacking. No, that's not really... I don't know. Buying and sharing an account, buying and selling and sharing account services. Players must not share, transfer, or lend their account to anyone. You may as many game accounts as you like. You may have as many game accounts as you like, but each account should only be used by the person who created it. All game accounts are the property of Jagex, and players are only granted limited permission to use accounts. Nobody has our permission to sell accounts. Of course, this isn't selling accounts, though. Advertising websites and services. Yeah, there's not really anything in here, is there? I remember them making that real trade change. I do fucking remember it, so... Because I remember I stopped rating with specific people because of it when I was rating it. It was on Twitter. I remember JMod talking about it, so I'll have to go and have a look for that for sure. What, 302 right? No. If my buddy's example trade me a few bonds because I made him a transfer because I don't have a credit card, it break the rule? No, you should be fine. Swapping or gifting things RL is real trading. Yes. No. Gifting, it depends if it's in the spirit of friendship. How do you prove that? Does him selling CC ranks count as real trading? We will get to that when we see the video. Let's have a look.
The price of gold is 16 cents a million right now. It is 16 cents a mil. It would make no sense to sell hundreds of millions. Like, bro, what? 100 mil is worth $16.
Yeah, it's
while
not worth
holding
it.
over 1 trill, which is worth $160,000. Yes,
now,
you cannot.
That's worth it. But I think that there is more money to be made having that gold in your account through streaming. It was when they pushed out account messages saying they know you're real trading was the only warning. Was that when it happened? Are you able to find me a link to that specifically, Zillis?
Sell 1 trill anyways, but that's not the point. By the way, they didn't just ban Gregory's account. They went above and beyond in punishing her harder than anybody else by banning her indefinitely from the Jagex content creator Discord, where other creators have also broken rules in the past, including RWT, and have been chain banned, but they have not been kicked, which is very unfair to her. Everyone knows.
I think it depends. It sounds like she's been permanently banned, so I guess that'd be why. If the other content creators haven't been banned because they've only been temp banned, that might be why. But yeah, I'd imagine that to me that looks like that's why it's it, because it's a permanent ban. That's why she's been removed from the Discord. So I'd imagine that Gregory's in a position where if she makes an account, if she streams an account, it's going to get banned. Like they are making sure she doesn't play the game again. That's what it sounds like. What's up,
moving
Chase?
this much GP at this point is impossible, and JMods will be constantly monitoring every single move. JMods can confirm every single GP is still there, untouched. You can. I hope they approve that. They mention significant amounts of RWT, but only get banned after 7 months. When all the GP is still on the now banned account, the bank value is only continuously going up and not down. Being
So the 1 trill is still in the game.
No bans until recently.
On the account.
Clearly, I wasn't selling any gold on the way to 1 trill, but hitting 1 trill on September 18th, they mentioned these instances are recent, implying that I began selling literal bits of it then, after 1 trill.
Okay. 2021 October. Let's have a look at this. Hello, Scapers. Work to improve the integrity of our beloved game never stops. We want you to have fun and play competitively in an environment that's fair and governed by mutual respect among players. As part of these efforts, additional measures to counter real-world trading will be introduced in the coming months. Gold real-world trade. Gold purchased through real-world trade is a problem in any online game featuring a tradable currency. For the last 20 years, our anti-cheat team has done much. Let me see if I can zoom this in a bit more for you guys. Sorry. For the last 20 years, our anti-cheat team has done much to tackle real-world trade sellers both in and out of the game. However, it's not just the sellers that have an impact on the game. Buyers fuel demand, and high demand means more sellers, more bots to remove, and more nefarious activity. Excuse me, I just woke up. Thanks to a growing team and improved tools, we're now in a position where, as well as tackling sellers, we can also begin to clamp down on buyers. In the next few hours, we'll be sending out messages to players we've identified as engaging in real-world trade. For anyone who has been involved, we want to be clear this is your one and only warning. Should any further real trade activity be detected, accounts face possible bans and wealth removal. Dual Arena real-world trade. The Dual Arena has been a flashpoint for the toxic behavior. In fact, 38% of all real-world trade bans, accounting for thousands of bans per month, stem from there. We've heard your feedback and want to make definitive changes that keep the game fun for everyone. We're looking in the long term to phase the Dual Arena out of Runescape entirely. Awesome, yet no one cares. The first step will be the 10 mil GP per duel. Yeah, we know that happened. It's gone now. Long-term solution will arrive in 2022, where we replace the Dual Arena with something more engaging and enjoyable. Sorry. Maybe they're doing something after the fight arena. To the vast majority of you who are playing the game as intended, put simply, thank you for being you. We won't stop looking for more ways to maintain the integrity of the game you love. Yeah, this isn't the post I remember this post. This one doesn't have what I read, but yeah. Thank you for sharing that one, though, but that is not the one I'm looking for. Interesting read, though, for sure. Good reminder to everyone that the PvP arena was once meant to be for great things.
Make that make sense. You know what I mean? Like, clearly I was not getting banned all the way up there, meaning I didn't sell any gold. But now I'm selling at 1 trill? Come on, man. Now, let's get through the conversations beginning to end. Okay. Again, shortly after my ban, I was reached out to by Mod Aiza. Reaching out is something that Jagex normally doesn't do beforehand. I've only known it to happen one other time, and it was to Autoblock, another content creator who was falsely banned by a corrupt anti-cheat employee, Mod Trident, someone who was fired earlier this year. Autoblock's permanent ban was reduced to a temporary one. And keep in mind, this is the same corrupt employee who banned me for RWT at the first time. The ban I was able to get overturned. As you can see, it starts out pretty standard. The entire conversation is professional. He states it's for a significant amounts of RWT.
Hey, Barkers, one of the reach out. Yeah, give you a heads up. We saw this happened, but I presume, before it happened, but I presume you've seen the ban now. It was for significant amounts of real trade. This is copy and paste what he said to Gregory. I do not action bans myself, but I need to confirm with you that this has been thoroughly reviewed by anti-cheat team to be correct, and the ban won't be overturned. I did see that. To start, I know I didn't real trade. This is an immense amount of gold to be banned for. Is there an anti-cheat member / anyone I can speak to better understand the specifics? I think that you're well within your rights to that as a creator, I think. Absolutely makes no sense to claim significant amounts of real trade, but get banned after 7 months after acquiring past 1 trillion. If it were the case, why wasn't it taken place before? Obviously, they can confirm all 1 trillion is still currently on the account. Okay, if they can confirm that, that'd be good.
Reviewed to be correct, and the ban won't be overturned. I try to make my case to him, ask if I can see evidence. It's something the anti-cheat team has provided in the past for others, and I'm pretty much told this is all that can be shared. The next part of the conversation was immediately interesting to me, since usually these bans are for things way in the past, and he said these were pretty recent instances of RWT. This got me thinking. Everything I do on osrs is pretty much on stream.
Let me read that shit. I can relay messages to the ACT, but it'll have to be via me in this instance, okay? It is not in relation to you obtaining 1 trillion GP. I understand it's a lot of gold to be banned for, but there are very clear and recent instances of real trade occurring on our end. This wasn't an overnight decision, and I'm confident that the ACT have made... ACT? Oh. I'm confident that the ACT have made the correct call. Anti-cheat team. That the anti-cheat team have made the correct call with the evidence they have to hand. Okay. I know it's not the news you were hoping for, but yeah, shut up. All right. Okay.
Pretty recent instances of
Yeah,
RWT.
tag me in general,
This got me
or
thinking.
DM it
Everything
to
I
me
do
if
on
you've got a
osrs is
link.
pretty much on streaming. Twitch stores VODs for 2 months. And in the last 7 months alone, I've given well over 50 billion GP, all taking place on stream, to give away winners. Making sure that every winner was legitimate and going to the extent of making winners screen share to show it's them on the receiving end and not a gold buyer.
Okay.
I then inquire specifically about these recent instances and mention how it makes no sense to RWT see such an insignificant amount of GP dollar-wise with such an intense bank value, as well as explain how careful I am with trading low-level accounts. And I've refused that many times. People know this. As you can also see, I also included something when he told Gray in her conversation, which was happening relatively at the same time as me,
Very clear,
2 hours apart in those screenshots.
Account, yeah.
Screenshot is him saying to her that not only was it not her who did it, but it was only a few 100 million GP. I use as relaying information straight from the anti-cheat team. So what would make them say that? I'll tell you exactly what after we go through Gray's conversation, as we found a lot of things that are not good for Jagex, the anti-cheat team specifically, because of course we don't believe any of this nonsense reasonings.
Sorry, excuse the red light. I'm trying to load up the client real quick. Sell some gold. 8 inches and thick. All right.
In the following screenshot, you can see the image.
Fuck. All right, here we go. I can see the message. Yeah, okay, we've read this. It is not in relation to the 1 trill, of course. I know it's not the news. Okay, appreciate the replies and information. Some sort of receipts. This is behind me, but I'll read it for you. Appreciate the replies and information. Some sort of receipts and proof of trades done would be extremely helpful. I see you've mentioned recent. So if the anti-cheat team could please clear that up, that'd be awesome. As surely from the photo linked below, what was sent to Gray, the reasoning isn't because of trading literal hundreds of millions, where you then said it was sold after. Okay. Would it make sense to sell hundreds of millions when there's over 1 trill on the account? I hold a lot of giveaways and have always made sure the best of my ability that the person accepting on a legitimate account and denying accounts to low level that looks suspicious. That's understandable. I think that's probably the smartest way to go about doing giveaways, especially in that corner of the community and with that level of money. If it's like a low level account, you know they're just going to real trade it, tell them to fuck off. Yeah, I think he was doing the right thing there. This is all the information I'm able to share with you regarding the matter. It was very clear that on our end that someone was accessing your account and using it to trade hundreds of millions of GP through it, which was then sold shortly after. Okay, I think a ban to this extent should really have some sort of justifications and proof that I'm allowed to see. I've never ever traded anything, so I'm sure you can see why I'm confused. Yeah, I wish, it's tricky because... Sorry, 2 seconds. It's tricky because Jagex probably don't want to remove their methods, right? But at the same time, shit, if I was in this situation, I would love to see some evidence, especially if I felt I hadn't broken any rules. I would love to see some evidence. So, like, do they share the evidence with bikers? And then, well, we don't want bikers to... you found something about giveaways? Send me the link. Like, I don't want to share the information with bikers, because what if he shares it with the public? Well, then if he shares it with the public, then you could probably go for a ban then, because that wouldn't be fair. You just let them know, don't share it with the public, but here's the evidence, so that way people don't understand the methods. But again, that's probably too much risk still, because then you got to put how many people do you trust with that sort of information? You do it to one person, you kind of got to do it to all. Anon, send me a link if you've got something. This is the Twitter thread showing that you were talking about with people getting banned for splitting with river traders. Here we go. Jagsport need directing to the anti-cheat team, please. Bans can be appealed via Jagex. However, in this case of river trade selling, I'm afraid the ban will stay in place and the account will not be discussed further. What the fuck happened? What's this? Need directing to the anti-cheat team, please. Fortunately, anti-cheat team doesn't respond to queries directly. Okay. The fact that I got false banned for receiving splits from Solak, now apparently it's river trade buyer. It's ridiculous because it's a false ban. Anti-cheat team needs to fix their system. I find it ridiculous that we can't appeal certain bans, even if it's your guys' fault or not. I think same. Oh yeah, who cares about what this guy says? It's not real trade selling, it's real trade buyer. When Where the fuck did that go? Okay, it's not real trade selling, it's real trade buy. When all I have received is Solax splits. Do you not understand how this is wrong? You literally have a log and account activity to back this up. It's outrageous. Sort it out, if not for me, at least for those who are innocent. Was that a self-report? Hi there. The problem is the player you received the split from has obtained wealth through real trade. Then that will link your account to the rule break and risk a ban. I would only accept splits from players you know very well and trust. Yeah, who the fuck is this? Is this just some rando or is this an actual account? I recommend the help channel. Okay. This is just a community helper. A JMod, maybe? I don't know. I don't know, like... Anon, can you send me the link you have as well in Discord? I can't see the link in the chat. They already sent I can't see it in the chat. My chat's bugged. So like Pog, yeah. So I mean, how much credit does this fucking tweet have? That's the question now. How much credit does this tweet have? Can this be backed up? And if it can be backed up, fucking put it on the website. RS3 drama? No, this is old school RuneScape, I'm pretty sure. But if this tweet has any credit, it needs to be validated pretty fucking, like, you know, it needs to be validated June 17, 2022. Because that's kind of similar to what I've heard. I don't think this is what I saw, but yeah, no, this if that's someone officially from Jagex saying that, and then it's like, you know, if you receive a split from obtained wealth through, for someone who's obtained wealth through real trade, then that will link your account to rule breaking and risk a ban. That sounds exactly like what I've always known since I heard that original statement. I don't know if it was from this. I don't recognize this situation, but yeah, I think that needs to be validated by Jagex pretty quickly. So like his RS3 thing, okay. Well, like the anti-cheat team is blanket across RS3 and Oldschool RuneScape. They're not going to allow one rule on the other game, on one game and one on the other, are they? False bans are very, told you false bans are very often. Maybe you didn't encounter that, but it happened to me for macroing. Took me a week to reach mod to get it removed. Yeah, I don't know about like a chat bans. Oh, here we go. Thank you, C-Mod. I appreciate that, man. What do we got here? Sorry, I know this is dragging on, but I want to make sure that we have everything we need because this is a very, very hot topic, but also a very crucial topic for both Jagex bikers and then obviously anyone reporting on it, especially myself. That was a loud notification? Yeah, it will be. My bad. Maybe don't fucking... I'm going to pause alerts, alright? Because otherwise you guys are going to start popping off to troll the video. Sorry about that, guys. Community chucking. All right. I want to make sure... I'm going to take my time with this because I want to make sure I get as much right as I can. As you know, the main reason for the dual arenas removal was to stop activity which we deemed unacceptable in line with our rules, of course. However, we noticed that since the introduction of the PvP arena, these rule-breaking activities have adapted accordingly. Well, who would have fucking thought? Like, yeah, that happens all the time. Oh, we're going to ban... gains of chance. Oh, more gains of chance have popped up. It's slightly different. Now, instead of doing dice rolling, it's flowers on the floor. Like, you're never going to beat the system. Of course, chucking is going to become a thing. Chucks or chucking refers to PvP duels created with high stakes, sometimes involving a middleman, which middlemaning is now banned, where player A deathmatches player B. If player A loses, they get nothing, but if they win, they receive double the initial wager. Community chucks take us a step further, where player A may deathmatch on behalf of player C and D, etc., by using player C's GP. The same rules apply, but if player A wins, it's player C who receives the double payout. Player A will normally receive a cut of the winnings, and in some cases will refuse to pay player C back if they don't get their cut. All right. These activities essentially mirror commission staking, and have become increasingly prevalent among previous residents. Shut the fuck up, Chris. I don't care about your 18 months of support to the channel, adding time to the subathon, okay? I hope the alerts are muted. I'm trying to do a fucking video. Shut up. Stop. Thank you for the 18 months. Want to be clear, community chucking, whether hosting or participating is not allowed and violates the games of chance section of our game rules. This applies regardless of whether or not the host receives a tip or not. Okay, furthermore, any staking or dueling with the help of a middleman is also not allowed. Okay, so this isn't related specifically to what Bikers has been doing, but that's also important to note. You must not advertise, organize, promote, or take part in any games of chance. Games of chance are games that depend more on luck than skill. Speedrunners. They are mostly games that people bet on. Okay, for example, situations where in-game gold or items are traded with the promise that you will receive additional in-game gold or items in return if you correctly guess the outcome or result in the game being offered. Okay, this includes the use and interaction of macro/bot accounts. More luck than skill, so DMing, so speedrunning. I mean, sorry, DMing, yeah. It's going to upset the speedrun community. We will take action against accounts and or individuals involved in staking and chucking. We will take action against accounts and or individuals involved in staking and chucking. We will take action against accounts and or individuals involved in staking and chucking. Staking is an important word there, I think. These activities also encourage the purchase of accounts created to and made with the intention of staking, of course, yep, which directly contradict our rules around real trading. Yes, reroll giveaways. Oh yeah, I remember a bunch of content creators were doing this. Bunch of fucking rats. We'd like to reaffirm our position on reroll giveaways, which is something we've already taken action on. For those that are unfamiliar, a reroll giveaway is an activity where participants enter sometimes a fee for a chance to win something. Once a number of players is entered, the host will pick a random winner from the list of entrants. After the winner is chosen, viewers are allowed to. So basically, what would happen is I would say, guys, I'm doing a 50 mil giveaway. When we hit 50 subscribers, if you're a subscriber on the channel, we will spin with a wheel. All right, we'll do a wheel spin, and whoever it lands on wins 50 mil. But if you want, guys, you can gift 5 memberships right now, and we'll respin the wheel. So basically, if it doesn't land on you, you're going to spend $25 and respin the wheel. And if it lands on you, great, but someone else wants it. So they're going to spend $25 and respin the wheel. And I'm sitting here making bank over 50 mil while you guys are gambling for it constantly. That's what's happening. A lot of people on Twitch were doing that recently. I don't want to name any, did a bit of, PvP content creators in particular. Let's keep people's names out of it. But yes, there was some scummy shit going on very recently on Twitch around that. So, surprised people weren't banned for it, to be honest. Real trading means buying or selling in the real world for real money, things that relate to Jagex accounts. This includes in-game items, in-game gold, and account names. In addition to paying someone to play your account for you is covered by this rule. Yep. Hosts of these types of giveaways have and will continue to have action taken against them. So this is Bikers wasn't doing this from what we've seen. It wasn't even accused. So there's no way he's involved with this sort of situation. He wasn't doing reroll giveaways. So sweet. Advertising. We also want to make it clear advertising any of the above activities, real trading sites, or gambling services is not allowed. Okay, yep. Does that include gambling discords, gambling services? It probably would, wouldn't it? We will continue to take action against any accounts involved in advertising services that directly break the rules of Oldschool Runescape. Okay, being warned that our team are constantly monitoring and implementing bans for those involved. Well, this is just not fucking true, because if you go to the Grand Exchange, there's bots hopping worlds here at the Forex Enclave, pretty much anywhere in the game where people congregate all the time. So yeah, our rules are there to keep players safe and ensure that they're playing Oldschool Runescape is an enjoyable experience for everyone. These activities spoil the game for those who choose to play fairly and not be tolerated. If you have seen or known of anyone breaking these rules, any other rules yet, please use the report function. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I think how stupid do you have to be for the 2 bill scam? How stupid do you have to be for the 2 bill for scam? What? Can't look through the news archives anymore. I don't know why I keep getting 404S. I'm not sure. Maybe the website's down. This doesn't really answer my question either, unfortunately, this page, but it is some interesting things in there to take note and just for people to be aware of anyway. Edgeville, yeah. This tweet here, this is the closest to what I remember seeing. I remember, if it wasn't this tweet, it was a long time ago, over a year ago. I feel like it was longer ago than this. It absolutely was longer ago than this, actually, because it was involving someone who's no longer in my who wasn't in my community before this date. So, if this is the closest we can get to that, I've heard something like this before, and I've played the game following this logic that if you play with someone that's river trade and you risk being banned, obviously that's not a blanket rule. Obviously that's not something that Jagex has published because we can't find it. If someone can, that'd be awesome. Going forward, I recommend just, even if this isn't true, this is the safe way to play. If this is true, Jagex really should step forward and make this very clear, because I think a lot of people, like, this could have something to do with bikers. It could have nothing to do with them, who knows? But it's definitely worth something. It's something I definitely want to at least bring up. So, certain, I remember reading the same article. I definitely remember it, but it was way before 2022. Absolutely. Anyway, sorry, back to the video. My apologies for the big detour. I think the ban to this extent should really have some sort of, yeah, that's right, I remember this, yeah. So Grey was banned permanently.
Just reference of what ISA sent Grey, as well as the rest of my message where I talk about how a ban this big should allow me to see some proof. Again, they provided evidence to people in the past. So, you know, for a 1 trill ban, I would like to see some evidence that I've never RWT'd or anything. He then tried clarifying that it was well into the billions, and there was just a wording of choice, which it wasn't a wording of choice. And I'll get.
I can't share any information with you. That message to Grey was specific to her ban, so not entirely relevant to yours here. Right, that's interesting. So while multiple accounts are getting banned, they might not be completely linked. Okay, hundreds of millions were just a wording of choice. It was a significant amount of wealth, well into the billions. Saying things like this just kind of, you know, it's got to be, like, it better be true, because if it's not, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? I've also been advised you have been banned multiple times in the past river trade, so I'm not sure what you want me to believe here, but I can't help you getting the account unbanned. It is not possible due to the evidence at hand. Right, but these previous bans, by the looks of things, from what we've seen, have been quashed, which means that they should not be looked at, right? That's like being accused of a crime. You're accused of fraud, right? But then you're found not guilty. So why should it be used against you in the future if another fraud claim comes up? While at the same time, it's like, wow, that's twice in one lifetime. At the same time, if it's been quashed, if you're not guilty, double jeopardy. Yeah, if it's been quashed, if you've been found it's overturned, then it shouldn't even be considered as part of your banning. So unless because of what Bikers have shown us, unless there's something else he left out of screenshots that he actually has been banned and it was a temp ban, unless that's happened, which I don't fully understand why he would do that, because that's going to just end up shooting himself in the foot later. Yeah, that's a bit silly. But then again, this is just Ayers' words rather than what's the anti-cheat team has said as well. I think he could have, you know, it was probably just a poor wording choice. So
get to that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
He retorts about me saying I've never RWT'd, that I have been banned in the past, which again is something I admitted to, and saying I RWT'd was in the context of the banned accounts in question.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he
As
was.
you can see in the
he
final
did
message.
say that he has before. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay. No. Back. Yep. Okay. Yep. Cock. I've worked very hard to avoid any sort of false bans or suspicion of river trade by avoiding trading players who look even slightly risky. Of course, I just don't understand how I obviously didn't river trade for the 7 months acquiring all the GP, as I didn't get banned. Then now all of a sudden there's recent river trade claims. For a ban size like this, can I please get into contact with someone who can provide answer specifics? What player was traded, amount and date? Gray's account held the gold safely. If hers is specific to her, is the anti-cheat team claiming she river traded as well from the Gray account? She did a subathon last week, VOD up, where she was given a lot of GP to give away, which is also a daily occurrence on a stream. As for the last part, I've been making OSRS content for 16 months now. I've river traded on the past and admitted it several times on stream, but never once have I getting into content creation. Help here would be greatly appreciated, man. I've mentioned on stream over 1,000 times. I had zero intention of river trading the gold, and the proof was still was there in my bank. Value only went up, and the GP is still there. Yeah, I do believe him at this point. Like, I don't see why there is little benefit to content creators river trading. I mean, you could say that, but then you look at SparkMax GTR, but you can make a lot more money by not river trading gold and using the gold to make money in game through content. So especially with this amount of gold, absolutely, the amount of people wanting to fucking see that bank, just look at it and go, wow, is insane. So yeah, there's got to be something that can be clarified better this way. Too big of a band to just claim every trade, man, when I know I didn't. 1 trillion is impossible to sell. I think at this point it looks like it's got nothing to do with the 1 trillion, from what I'm gathering. Even after 100 bill plus, it gets difficult, absolutely. It's common knowledge, I was purely just doing this for the passion and fun of it and never sold anything. For a band size like this, can I please get into contact with someone who can provide answers / specifics? What date was, what player was traded, amount and date? Could I please get information on part? I think that's fair to ask for.
Between us is a massive one I sent, reiterating some points earlier that it took a very long time, and I should at least be allowed to defend myself against the evidence. I also mentioned Gray's subathon she did last week.
Yep.
Because of the hundreds of millions comment had us all confused, where giveaways took place. I then talk about how help would be fantastic and that I've always had zero intention of ever selling. How the bank value only went up over time. In the final part of this conversation, I'm reiterating the same things and mention RWTing with a bank like this is impossible. And I was purely just going for a never-before-done goal like this out of passion. So this part is where Aiza spoke exclusively to Gray. This is where Aiza states the most bizarre reasons for the RuneScape bans and the Discord banning of Gray, and blaming and punishing of Gray for what they acknowledge themselves as the...
Sorry, Skiff, you're an idiot. Hold on. Technically, it's worth 0, right? Because it's illegal, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then the correct answer from the chat is cocaine is illegal and it's still $3.50 a gram. Drugs are illegal and they still have value based on the market. Exactly. And then you just said don't compare osrs GP with drugs. Lol. You got fucking brain damage? That. What? Just because it's illegal doesn't mean it has no value. What the chat said was exactly what I was thinking. I just didn't know how much a gram of cocaine was. $3.50. There you go. Does anyone know why his name is BTCs? I believe it's a joint account between Bikers and Fred. It's a joint organization.
As other business actions. This time we start off with Gray immediately.
$3.50 Australian a gram.
Even before waiting for him to be there. I won't go over this entire message as this is Gray's childhood account and she's clearly heartbroken and you can see from her account.
Yeah, I want to read that. I woke up sobbing, crying to see I'm banned and kicked from the creator server. See the friend request, so obviously assuming something is going on. It's my childhood account and I've never broken a rule. The IP might match Bikers because I go rada. Yeah. That shit's rough. I'd fucking hate that too. It's not good. It's not good. This is why I don't share my accounts. I mean, it's not that I don't trust my group Iron team members, but I never even gave my password or information to them to help to get on my account. Like, you know how people share accounts sometimes? I never even did that because it's not that I didn't trust my group Iron team. I just am of the opinion that if I don't share my accounts with people, I am not responsible, and then I don't have to rely on them too. I don't like having other people's account information because then I feel like I'm now responsible. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate it, man. I feel like I'm now responsible for something that goes wrong. There's something that could go wrong, and if I'm involved or if I'm accidentally involved, I've now got to deal with it. So I personally just don't fuck with account sharing. I try to minimize it. I have access to specific people's accounts across content creators and people that I know for certain reasons, but that is it. And I don't touch them unless I absolutely need to because I don't want to deal with it, man. It is such a fucking headache. It's like selling a car to a friend, dude. Like, you sell a car to a friend and then the car breaks and it's like, does he get mad at me because it's fucked all of a sudden when I didn't know? Like, it's not worth it. Such a grey area. It is, man. So I just try to avoid it personally. That's what I do, but...
I won't go over this entire message as this is Gray's childhood account and she's clearly heartbroken and you can see from her account defense history that her last actions were from 2000.
Well, I don't know about I've never broken a rule. Let's have a look. Mute. Okay, yeah, mutes are fine because that's totally fine. Inappropriate offensive language. Account sharing. Mute. That's 2018. So that's 2008. Yeah, okay. No, she's done good. Okay, no, that's fair. Mutes don't count. Mutes aren't rule breaking. Mutes are just calling someone a retard and getting banned for it, even though it's permanently fucking muted in game anyway, which makes no sense. So that's fine. Account sharing 2008. How dare you?
8 when she was 11 years old. Aside from one mute 2 years ago where she called herself retarded and got muted.
Told you, it's the word retard. It's dumb that if you say retard in game, it is asterisked out no matter what, even if you have profanity filter disabled, and you still get fucking banned for it and muted for it. What the fuck is that logic? It's already muted. I bet she just logged in at her friend's house and got banned. Yeah, probably some dumb shit like that in 2008. I have more mutes than that. Got contacted about Jmod. The next one's a permanent. Yeah, I've had that. That is retarded. It's
Greg
dumb.
mentioned streaming at Biker's House being banned from the creator Discord despite other creators who have been repeatedly banned and are still fine in there.
I've been on Matchbikers because I go to his house and stream from there, but you can check the hardware ID that we have different PCs. I just did a subathon and did a lot of giveaways, so I'm not sure if that triggered anything. I know other creators in the server have been chain banned, not kicked from the server. I think that's because this seems more permanent. So why me? I'm sure you already have something to tell me considering you added me. I'm just feeling like really heartbroken right now. I've never yet. I would say that the ban from the content creator Discord is because it looks like it's an indefinite permanent ban and there's no coming back from it. Like it's time to play a new game. Hardcore WoW maybe. That's what it feels like.
A user responds with the default company response,
Yep.
saying that it has been thoroughly reviewed to be correct and won't be overturned,
Copy-paste.
saying it was for significant amounts of RWT and isn't just related to just streaming at a Biker's House, aka myself. He never elaborates on this, and this quote is extremely vague. He then ends it by saying that
No one can
because of
actually
this,
get banned
she
by
is
that, right? Yeah.
indefinitely banned from the content creator Discord. Gray reiterates about other banned creators still in the server. She also mentions that her account was her livelihood and that she's turned down life-changing amounts of sponsors from Runescape gambling sites, which is
Yeah, those Runescape gambling sites are fucked. They've reached out to me so fucking often, and they're like, "Yeah, but you stream on YouTube, so you shouldn't get banned for it." What? Do you not know how this fucking works, cunt? Like, some people that try to get you to do some gambling streams are a fucking joke. It is insane. Like, people are so oblivious to like how easy you can get banned in this fucking game. Other creators have been, again, this whole other creators thing. If they haven't been permanently banned, then I think that it makes sense to leave them there. I've also literally turned down life-changing amounts of money from osrs gambling sites, in the past because I've never wanted to risk a relationship with Jagex. Absolutely makes sense. I don't understand how this has happened. Okay.
true. Simply to be on good terms with Jagex, by the way. Then we come to the evidence is irrefutable line from Jagex's mod Aiza with no opportunity for unban. Greg quotes Aiza saying the evidence is very clear and asks for proof if it's so clear. I mean, we got proof last time that it was supposed to be a RWT ban, but now we're not. If it's irrefutable, there's no reason not to show us. Unless it's actually irrefutable and they won't let us defend ourselves against the evidence like last time because...
It's clear on your end what has been happening. Saying it's clear, I've been real trading. I mean, is there anyone I can speak to get proof of this? Yeah, that's...
They want us banned no matter what the truth is. Gray continues talking about how it's her childhood account, that she would never risk rule breaking to get it banned, how RuneScape is actually her full-time job, and that GP does not have any value to her. It was my gold. She didn't even use it. Aiza says he'll ask if he's allowed to share information, reiterating that it still won't be overturned, which is just bizarre. This could have all been avoided if they just showed any sort of legitimate proof. Gray goes on to say that she's in the dark and doesn't...
I'll ask to see if there's any further information that can be shared with you, but I cannot guarantee anything. It makes sense that he is only sharing what he legally can share, right? Like, he doesn't want to risk his job. I don't ever trade. I don't get falsely banned. I wonder why. I mean, I don't either. This has been discussed at length internally. It wasn't an overnight decision, hence. So it sounds like it's been a hot topic in the office, for sure.
Avoided, they just showed any sort of legitimate proof. Gray goes on to say that...
I don't understand what's been discussed is the problem. I don't even play the account off stream. I did my subathon, went out of town, came home to this. Everything is streamed. I have VOD proof and everything I do, giveaways, etc. Obviously, the account is known for the amount of gold on it, but none of that has been real traded. No rules have been broken, and I've never sold or bought any gold, point blank, period. People give me items to give away, and I do lots of giveaways, and as I stated, but nothing of insane amounts. A bit extra during the subathon because of challenges and events, but probably none, even $1 bill. Yeah. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know.
That she's in the dark and doesn't understand what the problem is.
It's just like her word against Jagex. That's the problem here, right? It's like they're saying it's a ban, it's irrefutable. She goes, no, it's not. I've never done it. So we're just playing fucking ring around the rosy, aren't we? Like, we can say we believe her, we can say we don't believe her. There's like, we're both right and we're both wrong. Who knows?
Specifically, that she doesn't know what she's done wrong, that none of the gold has been sold or bought at any point, and even despite that, since it's technically not her GP, it's mine, people still give her GP to give away, which happened during her subathon. There's not much going on in these next few messages, just more of what has already been said.
The time and effort put into the account, the fact it's my legacy account, and the final fact that it's literally my livelihood. To be honest, while this is really obviously like touching and I'm sure it's like I get it because I'm in the same boat. This means fuck all to Jagex. I'm not trying to be rude to you, but this is like my heart being ripped out of my chest right now for no reason. I have not broken any game rules and never would, and I take my Jagex affiliation very, very seriously. I understand where you're coming from and how much the account means to you. Just I can only go off of what I know, our side, and like I've said, it does not appear to be very clear, or it does appear to be very clear and irrefutable. That aside, I have asked if there is more I can share with you, and if so, I will message you ASAP. Until then, there's nothing more I can do for you right now. Sorry, thank you, Dixie. Welcome. Thanks, I guess. I don't understand how it is clear and irrefutable. I don't understand why I get kicked in the credit Discord. That's because it's permanent, I believe. But others haven't because I don't think they've been permanently banned when they have actually re-traded. This is so extremely heartbreaking. I will be hoping for some sort of message. Yeah, I think the whole I got kicked, others didn't. It's because it's the difference between a perm ban and a temp ban. Nothing actually here of substance. I lean towards Jay's side and with what we have, because what do we have to gain? They must have something.
But then Aiza returns with a vague reason for the ban. No proof, once again, just to state a reason. He goes out of his way to explain that it was someone else on her account, but despite that, she's responsible for her account.
Well, it's not someone else on her account. It's someone on her account. So while that's... It might be just a wording choice by bikers or not. That's important to remember, that it's someone on the account. Does anyone have access to Grey's account other than Grey? Yes? Then, like, look internally and see what's going on. If Jagex can maybe pinpoint where the account was logged in for, IP-wise, location-wise, if that's possible, that would be fucking handy. Because what if the account was hacked? There's been a lot of hacks going around recently. I can guarantee that Grey and bikers, I'd imagine like the people in this community don't have their account on the Jagex launcher because they share accounts a lot. So I would imagine, like, remember that there's that data leak that happened in 2019 that resurfaced last month. So let's throw a conspiracy into the mix. What if it was hacked and then re-traded and banned? That's possible. If Jackson disproves that, instantly say no, it was here's an IP address. That would obviously prove a lot of theories. But yeah, no, just spitballing ideas.
Happens on it.
Stir in the pot.
Even if someone else got access to her account. So he does all this and says the reason for the ban is for trading hundreds of millions of GP through it. Which
anything done on hacked accounts still count. Absolutely, yeah. I'm not saying that's a reason to unban it.
Implying that it wasn't even her who sold it. The person who it was traded to sold it. A few $100 at 15 cents a mil when there's 1 trillion on account.
Wait, excuse me? What did he just say?
Afterwards. Implying that it wasn't even her who sold it. The person who it was traded to sold it. A few $100 at 15 cents a mil when there's 1 trillion on account.
Okay, so he's just assuming because that's...
It was stunned and took a while for a proper response because that makes no sense. She asked why that would cause her to be banned from the content creator Discord as well if they acknowledged it was somebody else, despite the fact that
someone was accessing my account to re-trade, which never happened. Then why would I get banned from the creator Discord? Also, not sure if this was just a descriptor, but hundreds of mils being sold on an account with 1 trillion, it would definitely be bills. Again, not sure if it's my giveaways that were rolled out. I do giveaways every day, but did do hundreds of mils in giveaways during the subathon. Just trying to figure out what they could have possibly found, but risking 1 trillion my livelihood. Yeah, look, I think if you did a giveaway and it was like 50 mil and then, or like say 500 mil, someone went and traded it instantly, I can understand how that could be, how that Jagex could look at that and bring it back to your account and then it's a ban. But like if it happened one time, probably not. But if it happened many times, then yeah. Where'd your video go that I uploaded a few days ago about the Reddit post? I've discussed that already. You'll see it at the start of the video when you see the re-upload.
Creators who got punished for explicitly breaking rules themselves got to stay. Gray says it makes absolutely no sense for such an insignificant amount of GP to be sold and then banned over when there's so much GP on the account. Risking 1 trill for chump change, Gray asks to be directed to someone from their NGT team to actually fight this, but once again ignored. Aiza tries to backpedal by saying hundreds of millions is definitely more a choice of wording than an accurate statement of of how much was transferred to be sold.
Okay.
But we found out that's not actually the case. The conversation is almost done, so we'll get to that very soon.
Okay. There we go. I can't help with any further. The team are confident in the ban being correct and are standing their ground that it won't be overturned. Okay. As the removal of content, its creator Discord is in line with actions we've taken against others. Okay.
transfer to be sold.
Fair enough.
But we found out that's not actually the case. The conversation is almost done, so we'll get to that very soon.
All right.
All right. So, like I said earlier, it was I was being refused any evidence. However, it becomes extremely obvious what RWT accusations I was banned for.
All right.
Because the day following my ban, I began receiving messages from friends that were given RWT warnings for buying gold. The first one being my friend Pornography.
Nice name. We have detected that your account has been involved in purchasing gold for real world money, commonly known as real world trading. Buying and selling this way is strictly prohibited. Yeah, whatever. We'll be issuing. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Standard message.
He's an IRL friend who lives quite literally 45 minutes away from me that I've known since 2019, and I've been with IRL over 30 times. Because he already plays RuneScape, we could both only assume this was a trade we did right the night before DMM, and over the course of the first week into it, as this was the only big trade he's made recently, and this was all during DMM. So I helped 4 of my friends with swapping GP because I had 800 bill at the time, and these particular friends are very passionate about deadman mode, and they take it very seriously. So
yeah,
having 800 bill, I'm gonna help my friends out. Like, why not? And these 4 were Ditterbitter, who I gave 5 bill to, or Eliab 14, who I gave 1 bill to, and Mazar, who I gave 5 bill to, and then also Pone, who goes by the RSN Krillin, who I gave roughly, I think, 4 or 5 bill to. Ditterbitter, Mazar, and Eliab 14 are all content creators. They all make YouTube videos. They all stream on Twitch. And Pone, RSN Krillin, once again, is a very serious DMM player who you can see from the high scores.
7th place, that is behind me. 7th
every
place.
single DMM.
Deadman mode.
He hadn't really played RuneScape since DMM, so it's only safe to assume this RWT warning was related to me, because the warning came the day after my ban.
Okay.
However, this is not RWT. Pone is a mutual real-life friend of myself and many content creators who we've all known for 5 years.
I respect the fucking guns out the bottom of the shirt. That's my fucking boy right there. Hell yeah.
This is a false RWT buy warning he was issued for trading me.
That was a warning, was it?
This is a false RWT buy warning.
Warning, real world trade. Okay. We have detected that your account has been involved in purchasing gold. This is the day after the ban. He got a warning, a false warning?
Warning he was issued for trading me. From what I later found out. So on October 1st, and yes, the VOD is still up. You guys can go check that out, which I highly recommend all of you do. During the last hour of my stream, I was deathmatching, and I began trolling the ranks in the clan chat that I use.
Okay.
Telling them that the chat was asking for giveaways and basically just asking them for money to give away to the chat. It was just, we were just messing around. Between trading about 4 or 5 ranks, I was given nearly 1 bill to give away to the chat. There was a Void Waker, Prim Boots, a Torture, and roughly 800 mil gold traded to me to give to viewers who won the giveaway. Now, the weird coincidence was that each and every single person who won over 100 mil GP, which was a total of 5 winners, only 4 of which I was able to get in contact with, all received either a temporary ban or a RWT warning.
Warning here for Momo. Penalty ends. So this is a week. This is a 3-day ban. Offense date, offense expiry, penalty ends. So this is a 3-day ban here for real trading. Buyer, minor, okay. An account ban there as well. Was this? Is this a permanent ban? See your account history to find out. This doesn't actually say if it's permanent or temporary. We detected that your account has been involved in purchasing gold. Okay. These are people buying gold, not selling it. So what, are they buying gold and just fucking giving it to bikers to get him banned? Is this what's happening?
For buying gold. They either got a 3-day ban for buying gold or a warning for it, which makes absolutely 0 sense. And also is the same thing as Gray, who was given GP to give away to viewers during her recent subathon. I listed all the winners below and the timestamps in the VOD if you guys want to go check that out.
They won the giveaways. If they won the giveaways, why are they getting banned for buying? Oh yeah, because okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
100 mil timestamp 2 hours 18 minutes and 3 seconds.
Sorry, I thought about that backwards. I'm a dickhead.
Won 125 mil timestamp 2 hours 35 minutes 45 seconds.
Okay.
Arsene Tienda won 100 mil timestamp 2 hours 19 minutes 38 seconds. Arsene Super Baked Z timestamp hours 33 seconds. Arsene Momo won 100 mil taps in the VOD if you guys want to go check that out. Arsene Huck won 100 mil timestamp 2 hours 18 minutes and 3
Corrupted Pico has won. Okay.
seconds. Arsene Momo won 125 mil,
Spooky
timestamp 2 hours,
skeletons,
35 minutes, 45 seconds. Orison Tienda won 100 mil, timestamp 2 hours, 19 minutes, 38
He's got
seconds.
timestamps. Okay.
Orison Super Baked Z won 500 mil, timestamp 2 hours, 55 minutes, 55 seconds. And right before he won, a level 71 who looked very sus. And like I said before, I am very careful with all giveaway winners. I refused to give the level 70 the 500 mil because his account looked very sus, and I didn't want him to risk. I didn't want to risk him selling the gold.
Like, who the fuck is that guy?
Like I said, with this anti-cheat team, I don't even know what's going on with them. Who works there? Didn't want to risk it, so the next winner was Super.
I got a real trade buy 2 day on one of my odds. Those strikes are bullshit. Yeah, okay, that just like happened, did it? That's interesting.
See,
on your odds, mostly Ironman.
All 4 of these winners all got RWT warnings for buying.
Okay.
Now, this is very important. These players did absolutely nothing wrong. I asked Aiza to forward this evidence to the anti-cheat team, which he came back hours later, ignoring all of this and continuing with yet another vague reply. Another basically automated reply. If the information I sent to him of all these players winning giveaways legitimately fair and square was actually forwarded, they can recognize in the VOD, these players are innocent. And they did not buy gold. Therefore, they should be getting their buy warnings and temporary bans for RWT removed. However, there you go. That's just like an example of the anti-cheats team. I
feel like what it looks like happened there is pretty much what I said at the start of the video and how I felt about this rule, which is clearly not very evident, but it's definitely something I've heard. And there's only one example of that tweet that we can find currently, and it's that if you do anything, I found the Reddit thread where Mod Trident responded to both situation saying splitting. Oh, here we go. This here, if this is what it is, let's have a look. You can get banned for taking a PVM/drop split from a player who has accumulated their wealth for real trade. Careful who you take splits from. Mod Trident, hi, just to clear up the confusion, receiving splits are not going to result in buyer warnings or bans as previously mentioned here, regardless of whether or not the sender has a history of gold buying and selling. Apologies for any confusion caused. Okay, so there you go. You don't have to worry about it. That clears up a lot because I have been of the opinion that this is the opposite until now. All right, that's handy to know. Look at that. Mod Trident lies. Why would he lie about this? Your warning was issued for 50 mil GP you bought early between March and early April. Not being warned/banned a few weeks after you break the rules does not necessarily mean you've gotten away with it. It's not all warnings and bans are instantaneous. To be clear, buying bonds and any other normal account activities, sharing gear, rate splits, etc. will not result in warnings and bans. So why can't we do this? Why can't you guys turn around and... I mean, to me, that's not concrete evidence, but why the fuck else would a JMod say that? This guy just dropped the fucking bomb on this idiot that's now deleted this post. So, apologies for the confusion earlier with the splitting with Raiders for gold. This clears it up for me as well. Personally, it's good because I've been living in a state of mind that I shouldn't be raiding with people that real trade. They can get fucked. So that's handy. Still not going to anyway, but yeah, this is a good example of sharing evidence. Like, it's just gone. You 50 mil GP you bought in early March and April, and the ban was in July, I believe. So this answers 2 questions. 1, can JMods give evidence? It looks like they can give some sort of evidence. They can give dates and amount. The other question is, this was March and April, way before the ban actually incurred. So does this mean it's related to anything Bikers may have real traded? He says he hasn't. Jagex clearly says otherwise. Now, these people winning the giveaways, I don't think that those bans seem justified based on Mod Trident saying, no, you cannot get banned for splitting with Raiders. They have, I guess they're suspecting that the giveaways are fake. It's really hard to fake a Nightbot giveaway. There's a giveaway here. We did one yesterday. Like it's very simple. Like for example, if everyone in the chat, we can just go keyword and the chat word is cancer, and anyone that says cancer in the chat right now, if you want to feel free and spam it, this probably needs to be refreshed. This is exactly how the giveaways work. Keyword Cancer. Everyone, if you spam the word cancer right now, you will be in the giveaway. Look at this on the side here. Everyone with a $sign is a channel member. No one's eligible for some reason. Sit. No idea why. Oh, because I've done it wrong. Hold on. Okay, now spam cancer. It should work. And all these dots means that you're now eligible for a giveaway. Now, you can fake it by unticking people. Okay, it is possible to just say, let me zoom in so you can see that better. This is the current live chat over here to the right. And now anyone with a blue dot is eligible for the giveaway. I could go through, but if you've got hundreds of viewers, it's going to take a while to do that. You could also say, oh, everyone type a random number and you'll win the giveaway. It doesn't matter what number you type. It's anywhere between 1 and 50, but it's actually 51. And someone goes, 51 and then goes 46. And then all of a sudden only one person is eligible. You could fake a giveaway like that, right? It's absolutely possible. But it's a lot of effort. And how the fuck is Jagex going to prove that? How often do they trade with these people that won the gold? Questions, these are all questions. I'm not accusing it. I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm just asking questions that I think are handy to answer to provide further proof, because 17 minutes in, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm being as unbiased here as I can. I do like bikers, but there hasn't been a whole lot of information here to justify why Jagex is wrong. This last bit here with these people getting banned, how often have you traded with these people in the past? Are these consistent people you interact with? Like, one of them's your real life best friend, to the point that you're always trading these people and they conveniently are the ones that win the giveaways? I don't know. Does Jagex have a history of that? Can they have a history of that? These are questions I want to ask, because that can clear up a lot of questions that some people might have. Who knows? I don't know. I think it's better to ask these questions than to just ignore them and take either side of the story. But in my experience with bans and real trading and botting and breaking the rules, anything on that field in this game, I have only ever been banned when I've actually broken the rule. I've never been false banned, and I play this game a lot, a shit ton. So I've only been banned once when I botted on an account that doesn't exist anymore, and that's it. That's the only time I've ever been banned. Otherwise, I've never broken a rule, so I've never had to cop a ban. So I can't. It's hard for me to see people getting false banned. I know people do. People claim they do, at least. So it's hard. It's hard to really find the. It's hard for me to justify why Jagex is false banning people. That's why you do marbles and getting the winner gets it. Yeah, but marbles is a fucking pain in the ass getting everyone to sign up. Nightbot giveaways are so fucking easy to do. Like, it's way less effort as a streamer. If you want to hook up your RL friend, why is he joining in these giveaways? Well, because it's for everyone in the chat. They 1000% have the tools and logs needed to nail people down. I don't see a reason for them to target players randomly unless extreme corruption. Yeah, I think that's just something to question here. How often are you interacting with these people and trading gold between these people? Are these people real trading? And to what end? Like, can Jagex prove that? Can Jagex prove it? That's just a question. It might be completely unrelated, but I think it's worth mentioning.
To forward this evidence to the HG
I want to know. I'd like to know.
Which he came back hours later, ignoring all of this and continuing with yet another vague reply, another basically automated reply. If the information I sent to him of all these players winning giveaways legitimately fair and square was actually forwarded, they can recognize in the VOD, these players are innocent, and they did not buy gold. Therefore, they should be getting their buy warnings and temporary bans for RWT removed. However, there you go. That's just like an example of the anti-cheats team.
If it's if they're banned purely for just associating through bikers and whatever they've got bikers for, and they're banned for taking the giveaway, then they shouldn't be banned. Really, that's not really fair on them, which is what it appears to be from this side of the story.
Lack of understanding and ego of not wanting to acknowledge that they're clearly wrong. There is complete proof. These winners are not buying 100 mil off me. Also, this gold didn't even come from me. These gold, you can see in the VOD, this gold was traded from other ranks in the clan chat, given to people in the stream. None of it even stemmed from me. Anyways, it now made sense to me when I used a first mention selling at hundreds of millions, because these players all accepted a giveaway winning from me. Keep in mind, they all came from somebody else initially, not even my own bank, and accused of buying gold. Absolutely insane. It also made sense from the accusations made on Gregory's account as well. Gregory receives a lot of items for giveaway purposes. Clearly, the HG team is very flawed and very bad at their job and takes this as RWT. These are blatant conclusions that are made as every single player who received warnings correlated back to mean. The HG team has given clear evidence of RWT bans in the past, informing a time span and amount sold / bought of the account in question. I've been requesting evidence as this is the biggest ban in OSRS history of legitimate gold obtained, and I've only been receiving vague reasons followed it.
I don't think this ban has anything to do with your 1 trillion. I don't think it's got anything to do with you getting 1 trillion. If the 1 trillion is still on the account, and you said, I think, we'll go back in the video in a minute, because I'm pretty sure he said that it's been confirmed that it hasn't left the account, which means it's got nothing to do with the 1 trill. But we'll go back and have a look in a sec. Can this man verify that people who traded him the giveaway money didn't real trade? No, I haven't seen evidence of that either. From what I've gathered, we'll watch the rest and we'll go back just to double check my memory, because I want to make sure I've got this right. But from what I'm gathered currently, Bikers has been banned for one thing. Gregory appears to be banned for something unrelated to Bikers. Or not directly related to the gold or something like that. And I think these other 4 seem to be banned through accepting giveaways. I don't know if there's any evidence whether they've real traded or not. They could just say, no, I didn't real trade. Okay, yeah, sure. I don't think Bikers and Gregory's bans are directly related to what happened on Gregory's account. I think Bikers appears to have been banned for something else. That's what it looks like. It just all happened at once.
I hope to see any more evidence if this goes just beyond this, as I will happily prove anything wrong. I will happily do it. I have anything can be proven. As I mentioned before, IESA states these instances were recent. I obtained 1 trillion on.
It is not in relation to you obtaining 1 trillion GP. IESA said that. It is not in relation to you obtaining 1 trillion GP. Understands a lot of gold to be banned for, but there are very clear and recent instances of real trade occurring on our end. It's got nothing to do with the 1 trillion GP. So that we need to make sure that's clear. This wasn't an overnight decision, and I'm confident that the ACT have made the correct call with the evidence they have at hand. So even Modaes is confident that they've made the correct call. Keep that in mind.
September 18th. I clearly did not RWT and had no intention of doing so from pretty much 0 7 months ago. And to get to 1 trill, why would I begin now? All high-value wealth accounts are heavily monitored. Everybody knows you can't sell that much gold regardless. I could have sold
it's got nothing to do with that gold.
My goal was to do something.
That's evident. It's got nothing to do with the trillion.
Record. My VODs and YouTube videos are up, and you can still follow as they only gain value in bank size per stream, or if they lose. There's very few instances where I won or lost gold off stream. Very few. It's a shame this false ban is put in place. And with the anti-cheats team of corruption, this looks very suspicious. There was no RWT ever, and the anti-cheat team can still confirm there is still well over 1 trillion gold on the account. 100%. So a lot of us already know that the anti-cheat team on Runescape is a complete joke. However, I know some of you who might still have faith in the anti-cheat team might be thinking, surely they undid the bans on the giveaway winners after being forwarded concrete proof by IESA.
There were only 10 bans.
No, that is not the case. They logged back in with the GP removed off of the account, which is completely unfair. They won the giveaways fair and square. However, the anti-cheat team is so dumb, they think I sold the gold, hundreds of mils, to these giveaway winners. Hopefully these guys revert what needs to be reverted.
Gold Sync Pog.
Own up to their mistakes.
So the guys were unbanned. The people that got 10 banned for winning the giveaways that were unbanned, but the gold has been removed. Where did that gold come from? That was Bikers did giveaway, but where did he get the gold from? That wasn't from the 1 trill, was it? That was given to him, right? I remember him saying, does anyone remember, so I don't have to sift through the video? Where did the giveaway money come from? He said he got it from his own ranks, clan ranks. Right. So it came from CC ranks? Okay. And that was in the giveaway. And Gregory was banned for apparently gold being sold off of her account. That is unrelated to... I feel like Gregory's ban is almost unrelated to the Bikers and the 10 bans here. These are 2 different bans going on at the same time. From what I can see. Gregory might be related, but I don't know what her situation is. It sounds like that something has happened on her account that is either unrelated or it's happened without her knowledge. That's what it appears. So let's ignore the Gregory situation for a second. Rank members in his clan, aka mysterious strangers, for Bikers. Now, Let me cook. Okay, I'm going to cook here for a little bit. What I'm going to say, I'm willing to continue talking about in another video as well, because this is not good for bikers. I'm going to be honest, dude. This is not good. But I think your ban is justified, and I've got evidence, man. I do have evidence, and I can't tell you why. I can't tell you who. I've been asked to keep anonymous, so I'm happy to go through after this video and upload and filter out things that reveal people and their names, because they don't want to be tied to this. But I've got evidence that your ban might be justified, man. And this isn't. I'm not trying to fucking attack you on this, but it's the truth from what I can see, and I'm happy to discuss it. If you want to just debate it and dispute it, please, because I'd love to hear more on your side. But this is from my understanding, from my inside source. I'm not going to share anything on screen because I don't want to reveal this my source, because they've asked not to. So I'm going to keep it very as vague as I can without like leaking their information, and then I can prove it in further after the subathon when I can edit it properly so that people can see it. I just want to make sure nothing comes up on screen that should. So let me open up like what happens if I do this? Okay, cool. So you can zoom in on Discord. Okay, I want to be very careful with what I leak here on the screen for this reason. So let me cook, but let me so let's go back to. You guys remember the video I removed that I took down? Bikers said to me personally that this is the discussion we had. Essentially he summed it up that the Scythe and Reddit posts were posted by two people whose names are Stella and IPK, who sit on their stream publicly boasting about it. Like they fabricated the story, okay? He was getting a lot of messages saying that my video mentioned a rank sold for 10k USD. They're false and fabricated screenshots. And I've had the time to not check the video yet, which is fair. Anything related to that is false. Scythe is a black market site where people are attempting to target and get bikers banned. We were able to contact the Scythe admins behind the scenes, and if you take a look at the link, it's been taken down as it is a complete lie and failed attempt of slander. So he's claiming that basically that video that some of you may not have seen, there was attempts at slander on, like it was fabricated to get him banned, okay? He's apparently spoken to the mods on the Scythe website, and I believe they've taken the post down. As for the rank stuff, it's completely targeted by criteria, certain people, Stella included. Hers was the Reddit post. If you want to take a moment to look at the thread and scroll to the bottom, you can see for yourself the person's post was taken down with the admin's explanation, because I proved it's his case to be a complete lie and slander privately, as I'm not going to give something like that public attention. Okay, so, and I've obviously taken his word for it because I think he needs to explain his side. But since that video came out, I've had people reach out to me that have, how do I say this? Can we find the Reddit post so I can show you guys what we're looking at? I've got the Reddit post here, I believe. No, that is the data leak from Jagex. We can talk about that later. There's a Reddit post somewhere that we need to look at. No, that's not it. You type BTC, it just comes up with Bitcoin. I'm trying to cook, but let me find this Reddit post first. I need to scroll through the Discord for a while to find where it is exactly. No, that's that guy breaking his leg. Because it happened like last week, right? When we spoke about it. Good thing my Discord is completely fucking dead, right? So I can scroll through this easily. He's cooking. I am cooking, all right? But this is what I want to share because I genuinely think, based on what I've seen and this video, that I think Biker's ban is likely justified by Jagex. But until we see evidence from Jagex or a counter argument from Bikers, this is what I've seen. This is what I can put together currently. I'm just trying to find this Reddit post. It's fucking filled with Rebel Montana sharing fucking NFL shit. Is anyone able to help me find the link? If you can find the Reddit post, unless it's been deleted, but you can still see the Reddit post, right? Can't I see history on Reddit? I don't know how Reddit works, I will be honest with you. Because if we can pull it up, then I can show you it better. I'll give you a more clear view of what's happening. It happened over 2 weeks ago now, the Reddit post. Every time I open up Reddit, it brings me to that Brendan Sharp one where they just call him a retard. It's fucking awesome. BGC's ironman rebuild series incoming? Yeah, it's going to be huge for the account. I just joined on the screen and thought you got banned. Nah. I want to bring up the Reddit post for you guys instead. It should be type Reddit. Enter. Here we go. We got it. All right. No, we don't. That's that ginger cunt getting fucked. How do we not have the fucking Reddit post? How the hell did I get it? Okay. How the fuck did I find it originally then? Fuck. All right, hold on. Let me find this because if I don't have it to show you guys, it's not really gonna. It's just gonna be my word against his again. Trying to find like search even BTC through. What else would you search for on Reddit to find it? 10,000 maybe, like. I don't know how you would find it on the Reddit. Clearing HTC first, no. 10,000 demo mode, winning 10k, no. Rank maybe, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't have a fucking clue, man. What was the Reddit's post about? It's about the $10,000 rank that he paid for in BTC's clan and then he got scammed. Is this it? I can't see. You're gonna have to link me in Discord, dude. I can't see links in chat. My 7TV is bugged out. Reddit search fucking so it's terrible, man. Why the fuck am I getting like 7-month-old posts between 3-year-old posts? Have you already decided which 3 regions you'll unlock a Trailblazer? Yes, I have. I'm cooking, right? I'm cooking. You search by age? Wouldn't have a clue. I don't know. Sort by new. Then you get nothing. Google Reddit BTC ban. And that worked. I just get fucking Bitcoin. That's not what I want. I don't want this one. Deleted by Jagex mods or removed? But you should still be able to see it, right? In the top comment. How do we go? Yeah, sort by top. Here we go. All right, here we go. This is it. This is the best we can get, apparently. This is this old Reddit. This is the best we can get by the looks of it. because this is essentially what we went through, right? This is close enough. This is the tweet that we were looking at originally. Streamer bikers received 10k BTC for in-game rank. Does this constitute real trading? So, I believe this is related to bikers ban. And the reason is, what do you got here for me? What the fuck is this? This is the same thing, right? I have further, yeah, this the same webpage. Okay, cool, awesome, thank you, appreciate that. So I believe this is related to the ban. Now the reason this is related to the ban, and let me cook, is because I have received inside information from people who are in this community. They provided screenshots, they provided evidence of many people's affiliation, including their own and bikers. And I can tell you right now that if you are running a CC that has ranks that you have to pay for, that is 100% real trade. Now, let me put this into perspective for you guys, okay? So it's easier for everyone to understand. Because I asked many retard questions to make sure that I got this information right. 10,000 USD in this clan specifically is equivalent to 50 bill, okay? So when we say 50 bill, that means we're talking about the 10K, all right? We got paint up, that's happening, all right? So, what this is 50 bill, okay? Just assume that he gave them 50 bill gold. What does that mean? This means that this guy, let's call him Mr. X, okay? So Mr. X paid 50 bill to the CC, the deathmatching CC, which I believe is the BTC's deathmatching CC, and he got a bronze star rank, okay? So this is what Mr. X gets. Mr. X is now a bronze star trusted staker. So what does that mean? That means if people want to go staking, they find someone with a rank, and this means he's trusted because he put up 50 bill. So if I wanted to go and stake, I want to find someone that's trusted so I know I'm not going to get scammed. This guy, 50 bill, you are insured for half of that. So Mr. X is insured for half of that, which is 25 bill. In other words, 5 grand. That is in case he scams. So he's trusted, but if Mr. X, if I go, let's do a 20 bill stake. We go to verse 20 bill. He puts up 20 bill, and I put up 20 bill. All right, and he fucks off, and I don't fight him at all. He fucks off with 40 bill. All right, I get 0. The Discord will reimburse me that 20 bill. All right, that will be reimbursed back to me. If, for example, it was 30 bill versus 30 bill, all right, and he fucks off with the 60 bill, okay, sorry, it's a rough layout, but just so you understand, and I have 0, the Discord will only reimburse me 25 bill because that is all that rank is insured for, okay? It's a trust system. Now, why would you want that rank? Why do you want to be trusted? I'll give you another example. Let's say he's insured for 25 bill, okay, and we do a 20 bill. But let's do it 10 bill so it's easier for me to do the math in my head. We do a 10 bill stake each, all right? We put up 10 bill each, all right? If he wins, he gets 20 bill, standard, okay? And I get 0. Now, if I win, I don't know the exact commissions, but let's say let's just use a blanket number. If I win, I get 19 bill, and he gets 1 bill because he's trusted, and that is his commission for being a trusted member of the Discord. Which means eventually, after enough stakes and enough games, let's say you're staking 10 times an hour, even if you lose, you're making money. So eventually, he will make that 50 bill back in that rank. So there is money to be made with this rank. In my mind, that classes at real world trade, buying that rank to begin with. He always wins. It's a win-win situation with this rank. This rank absolutely existed. And I have confirmation from people in the Discord, high up and low down, that this absolutely happened. Mr. Old Mate that got scammed, he absolutely did buy the rank. Okay? Now, here's the question, okay? He's basically his own middleman, because you're not allowed to middleman. Middlemaning is bannable. So, but DMing isn't, right? That's in that post that we read earlier in the middle of Biker's video. You aren't allowed to have a middleman. This makes Mr. X the middleman. He is his own middleman, which makes it that's the loophole, right? This this is the middleman here, that rank. All right, that's what it is. Okay, so here's the question you guys need to ask yourself, because no one's asked it yet. All right, this rank cost him 50 bill. He's insured for 25 bill. Where's the other 25 bill? Where does that go? From what I've been told, that goes to the owners, the other shareholders, the trusted admins, the people that run BTC. They make money on people buying ranks. And it looks like to me that the people that gave money for the giveaway, you could probably trace that money coming from, if they're coming from trusted CCs and trusted ranks in the CC, it looks like, just from what I can see, it may have come from some amount of money inside of the CC somewhere. It's got to come from somewhere, okay? This is just from what I can gather based on the video, okay? This is absolutely real world trading. Now, Jagex did state it had nothing to do with the 1 trill. Middlemaning is bannable in CC. Yes, it is, yes. Middlemaning is bannable. Are these people that won the giveaway or that gave the gold to BTCs, are they ranked trusted CCs? Are they trusted in this community, in this Discord? The reality is, at the end of the day, as much as I love this this George Freeman shit that's going on here, like you buy the rank 50 bill, but his insurance that is paid back is, if he BSs someone, is only worth half the amount. So 25 bill is going to administration fees. Exactly. It's a fucking, it's a what's it called? Like, you know, when you go to Ticketmaster and you buy Foo Fighters tickets, but 65% of that is a fucking service fee. It's the same shit, you know? This 25 bill is being circulated and likely put into that giveaway from the sounds of it, if it's coming from trusted CCs, trusted ranks in the CC, right? Because trusted ranks in the CC are either buying the ranks themselves or are part of the ownership, right? This is absolutely real world trade. And the moral of the story to take away from this is that if you are affiliated with these Discords, okay, this is real world trading in a nutshell. The whole thing is based on making as much money as possible. This is some George Freeman shit, okay? Back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, casinos were completely outlawed. Gambling wasn't allowed in Australia. Like, the people that run this, the BTCs, bikers, or whoever, they are fucking, they've got the underground monopoly here by the looks of it, okay? This is what I'm gathering. Okay, I've got screenshots here that I don't want to open because I'm worried it's going to open on this screen. So I'm trying to read from here, but there's the person that got scammed out of the 10 bill. The reason he's blaming bikers, so the 10 bill, the 10K, the reason he's blaming bikers is because bikers, from the screenshots that I can see, said that he's only going to pay him $1,500 back, okay, out of the 10K. And I don't think it's because he spent the other $8.5 grand. I don't think it's because he thinks he's only worth $1.5 grand. I think that's because that's biker's split of the 10K, being a part owner in BTCs. So he can only pay back his own split, and it's not up to him to find the other people that got a split of that $5 grand, which is the 25 bill, to pay it back. There are screenshots of that happening from various other people. Are they fabricated? To be honest, dude, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think this is fabricated. This is a lot of fucking effort. Like this, you're telling me that these are fake fucking, like, you're telling me that this, oh, that shows the name. Oh, that's not even his name. Yeah, fuck it. Like, I can't see how, like, this is fabricated. Things like this. This is just proof that, like, Fred, who's the other owner of BTCs, is part of a Discord, but has apparently, like, completely reset his new Discord. So he's got a whole new Discord that he's made now, that he's only had since the 20th of June. Right? Like, how long ago did this scam happen? I feel like it happened more than 18 days ago. And he's just been trying to get his gold back since. But this is a brand new account since information like this has come to light, apparently. So he completely remade Discord and unaffiliated himself with the BTC's Discord. Like, I've got just shit tons of evidence here. I'm offering you, here you go. I find this hard to be fucking fabricated, man. I really do. Like, I'm offering you the 1.5K of my split simply because I don't care about your money. You did your damages and I'm refunding you 1.5K. If the guy did damages to Discord, that's got nothing to do with me or this situation, in my opinion. That's a business problem you guys need to take upon yourselves. But, this is an extreme extent for people to go through to fabricating messages and Discords to claim that this $10,000 50 bill rank didn't happen. If the guy feels scammed, that's up to you guys to dispute in your own time. But the way that these ranks work, this is a fucking real trade. This is real trade. And if your gold came from people like this, and if Jagex likely fucking has someone on the inside, it likely has sources to find this information, like, you didn't sell that 1 trill. I get that. I know that. I can see that. But you are balls deep. Like tip shaft, balls inside of this scheme here. You really are. Like, let's not fucking bullshit. Let's not beat around the bush. I love the hustle. I think it's great. I wouldn't do it myself because I don't want to get banned. But this is the world that you guys are living in and playing in. I don't know if this has much or anything to do with Grey's ban, so I don't want to fully associate her with it. I don't know how far into it she is. I don't know if she associates with it. If she's just holding gold for people, but the gold's coming from here, then yes, but they're saying that the gold was sold from her account, so that's a can of worms I'm not prepared to open because I don't know, okay? To converse openly about this in dollar amount is as bad as it gets? Yes, absolutely. But this is what you guys are looking at. Someone paid $10,000 in Bitcoin, which is equivalent to the 50 bill rank to be insured for 25 bill. The other 25 bill is admin fees. That is real fucking trade. That's plain and simple. You don't have to be swapping gold in-game because this guy is now making gold off of death matching in-game and the rank is the middleman. This is like, am I wrong? And again, like I'm happy to put together this evidence I have in a separate video if you guys really want to see it. If you don't believe me, I have no reason to lie about this, and I mean I'm happy to prove it. I don't think I need to. I would love to see what if I can get some insight on this. If I've got anything wrong, but this is, to me, this is why you got banned. This is where your ban came from specifically. And if I can find this, and if I have this information, and like these aren't, I mean, these are people that are coming to me after I put up the video because they wanted to get some clarity, right? And some of these people, like the handful of these people that have reached out to me, some of them have heavy involvement in not just, maybe not specifically this Discord, but other Discords that do this sort of death matching as well. They know how it works. I went through and I said, I need to know exactly how it works so I can explain it properly. And I feel like I've explained that the best I can. I think, bikers, you got fucking banned for fucking real trade, man. And I think if the people that gave you that gold, if that came from here, or if there was at least suspicion that it came from here, they only got 10 bans because either Jagex can't prove it, Jagex isn't 100% sure, or they just haven't had a ban before. Man, this is it. That to me is I don't think that is corruption on Jagex's end. And I think if you're gonna play, if you're death matching and you're gonna play in that corner of RuneScape, then shit, like this is gonna happen. This is an underground casino, and Jagex is shutting it down by the looks of it. And I think this should also be a warning and a lesson to those that are doing death matching. It looks like your days are numbered. Apparently, let me read this. I think the Discord was completely reset, or someone's affiliation with the Discord was completely reset, which was that whole remade Fred account. Middlemaning was banned and not allowed by Jagex. Yet this allows people to take 1.05 to 1.1 times the pot. Yep, this is like it being explained to me, essentially, for how it works. Like player A DMs play 10 bill versus player B. Player A is the rank and is advertising a 1.05x on the pot. This means that if player B wins, he only gets 19 bill instead of 20 bill. In the long term, this 5 to 10% edge will profit the rank. In your video, you see a dude DM 30 bill versus Fish School. He pays out 57 bill, not 60 bill. So Fish School paid 3 bill off of that fight in the video. It makes sense. The rank holds the money and pays out if they lose. Yet they charge a 5 to 10% fee for that. I mean, this is all real trade, dude. You know? Rank also allows new DMers to feel comfortable with the stakers, and that they end up doing void work at Elder Mall DMs and get rinsed. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to. Yeah, that'll expose him. But the guy absolutely 100% bought the $10,000 rank. Did he get scammed on it? That's his own opinion. It's house edge, yeah, that's it. Long-term return, absolutely. Did he get scammed on the rank? That is not being scammed on the rank for this 10,000 rank. That is a personal opinion that they need to sort out between themselves. And I think the fact that Bikers said that he's willing to pay back the 1.5k of his own money, of his split, is enough to show that there's money coming out of it. That he didn't. That whole 10 grand goes between people after the 25 bill split. That's exactly what happens. The name was removed from the Discord and wasn't given anything back. So apparently he didn't get his money back from anyone. This guy trusts the person that got scammed, but he wants to see what Bikers has to say. Bikers didn't even mention this in the video, right? I took my video down talking about this rank stuff. Bikers was talking about something completely different. I'd like if what we've concluded here at the end is correct, I probably want to make the video public again so people have the full context of the story, because I don't feel like I took it down because I wanted him to say his piece and have his side heard, before causing any damage that would not be repairable. But like, if I'm honest with you, it doesn't look like he really did. The video wasn't really doing much to help his situation. If I'm honest with you, it was just calling Jagex corrupt. But I can, like, if I'm getting this information, what the fuck are JMod's getting, you know? Yeah, this guy just wanted to give me some context, and he basically just painted the picture for me to help me understand how it works. The cost of the Bronze Star rank is 50 bill, which is 10k USD. The ranks are non-refundable. Player A buys the rank at 50 bill for 10k. DM Watch accepts the 50 bill at 10k and gives player A a rank. The purpose of the rank is that it allows them to be trusted in the community, as they are now insured for up to 25 bill. If they scan, the person gets the 25 bill back up to that, and then they can self-hold the gold. If you think about it, the person paid 50 bill for the rank, 20 bill has to be kept for insurance purposes. Where's the other 25 bill go? The other 25 bill is split between the staff and different percentages as payments. DM Watch was a platform for people to find DMs, but it was also bringing profit to those who were staff, which I think, like, we all knew, but that's the inside of how it works. What have we got here? There are people, he shows here that there are people that would legitimately do $20,000 to $100,000 USD stakes. 10,000 isn't much for the people that do this sort of stuff. These are rich motherfuckers, like, gambling rich money, you know? Like, 10k in the grand scheme of things for some of the money that gets passed around in these Discords is fuck all, apparently. Like, there's 6 figures going around. This guy also said they absolutely took IRL money for ranks and would split amongst the staff. He says this absolutely does happen. This is someone that I can validate. He exposed himself to me, and so did 2 other people have as well. That they've all exposed themselves to me, that they can confirm that money was split between these Discords for these ranks. Absolutely. So, like, yeah. I don't know, man. I think DMing. There you go. I think that the ban was because of that. I think Biker's ban is on paper justified. I think that's what Jagex got. I think that's what they've done. I think the people that got 10 banned at the end here is what I think, just from this evidence. I think the people that got 10 banned, he said he got the money from rank CCs. Where's that money come from? It sounds like it comes from the people that are buying the ranks anyway, so they're kind of just recycling their own money to give it away. The Gregory ban, whether that's related or not, look, they said, where was it? It was just at the end here or something, wasn't it? It was somewhere at the end here.
I clearly did not state
this is not related to the 1 trill. There was some.
This goes.
He said it somewhere that the Gregory ban was not related to the Bikers ban. I believe. Or it was something similar, like it wasn't directly related, or they can't confirm it was directly related. The message that Gregory was specific to her band, so not entirely relevant to yours here. Okay? So Gregory's band could be completely different. They could be remotely related somehow. They are within the same like friend circle, the same group, the same industry. So and obviously they do hang around with each other a fair bit. That's up to them to decide as people who did what and how was Gregory affiliated. If she had a hand in this pot at all with the deathmatching stuff, the gold that was circling through her account was part of anything that came from those ranks, then it's likely it would. I mean, they're saying that gold was sold off her account, so fuck. She needs to look at who's been on her account and maybe see who the fuck's been selling gold at that point. He literally gave someone 1,500 USD, literal definition of real trade, you deserve the ban. No, he gave someone 10K. Bikers was prepared to give it back, but apparently he didn't give it back, according to the source. But there's no evidence of that actually not happening or do happening. He just says that apparently, like, he doesn't see a reason not to trust the guy that got scammed. Yeah, what do you guys think? Honestly, and this is an open invitation and platform to Gregory, to bikers, to anyone in the industry. If you want to correct anything I've said, this isn't me trying to fucking. I'm not trying to fucking grill you here and roast you, but I'm also trying to make sure that we're all on the same page as a community. People are getting banned. You're calling out Jagex for corruption. In my case, I don't think that's the case. I think you are either intentionally bullshitting or you are not aware of what real trading actually is. I think it's pretty evident on my side. So I would love to, if you want to discuss it further, I'm more than happy to. I'm happy to do it on stream. Like if you want to jump in the Discord together and talk about it on stream, or if you want to do a video, whatever you want to do, I'm totally open for it. Yeah, that's what it looks, man. That's how it looks. It looks like you guys are fucking banned for real trading. That whole Discord is it, man. That's it. You know? And like if I'm not going to re-upload the video that I had originally on the topic straight away, because I do want to give you a chance to talk on it. If you want to message me or you want to talk about it further in public, absolutely, we can do that. But otherwise, like, given a decent amount of time, I'm going to upload this to the channel anyway. Given a decent amount of time, if I don't hear anything back or it turns out that this is the case, I will be remaking it public so that people can get more context on the situation. Like, yeah, I think that's fair. If you're getting rank money in the form of USD through a trade, well, yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's no fucking denying that. That's how the ranks work. It's real trade. I can't believe that people. I can't believe that the people doing that don't know that that's real trade. I feel like they're avoiding that topic because this video has nothing to do with that rank, nothing to do with the DM CC, nothing to do with that. And this isn't like this. The BTC's Discord isn't the only deathmatching CC that does that shit. Right? It is. There are other, like there's one called like Oceanside or Oceanview or Ocean Stake or something. They do it as well. Like there's many Discords that do this, and this isn't new, but this is real trading. And if you don't think it's real trading, you're fucking delusional. Absolutely. You know. It's evident. It is absolutely evident. So. Yeah, if I'm wrong, please tell me. I'm happy to be corrected. I'm happy to learn more. I want to know more. I want to know the truth. I want to share it. I want to see what happens. So until then we might get a response pretty soon. But yeah, until then, I'll upload this video to the channel. It's a long one. It's a two-hour fucking video. So hopefully it holds up in court. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.